With trucker strikes and rising inflation, food shortages are becoming a big problem. Don't let yourself get caught unprepared. Buy a food survival kit today from My Patriot Supply and save. Over 2,000 calories a day to keep you healthy and strong, with a 25-year shelf life to ensure it's ready for you when the shit hits the fan. Go to www.bit.ly/CMSPNfood, order your supplies today, and invest in yourself and your family now before it's too late. www.bit.ly/CMSPNfood, My Patriot Supply.
What's going on, everybody? It is Chris Akin, and it is time once again for Chris Akin Presents. Before I get started, make sure you do all the podcaster stuff. Make sure you subscribe to the channel that you're watching to or listening to this on. Make sure you hit the notification bell if there is one. Give us a like, give us a comment, let us know what you think, and, just keep us in the loop of what you're thinking, okay? All right. Let's get right to it. The show I want to talk about this week is the show Billions. Now, this is obviously not a new show. It's available on Showtime. And it's a big change this season, though, from last year. Last year, the show was focused around Bobby Axelrod, who was played by Damian Lewis, and his company known as Axe Capital, and he was a billionaire and just a cutthroat, ruthless billionaire. And the show has dealt with his dealings, his less than legal dealings, the way he subverted the law, and the way that the law chased him, specifically the district attorney, or whatever his job title is, Chuck Rhodes, who's played by Paul Giamatti. It's been, up to this point, a great show, but they got rid of Damian Lewis after last season. He got into a power play with another billionaire, and he lost. And the guy you see on the screen there right now is the guy that he lost to. His name is Mike Prince. Mike Prince is played by Corey Stoll, who, you could take a look at him. You've probably seen him in a million things. He's been on a bunch of different TV shows. I think he was in House of Cards. I know he's been in every one of the different Law and Orders as, a character actor. To my knowledge, unless I'm missing something, this is his first major lead in a show. Now, I personally have been following along with Billions since it debuted 6 years ago or whatever on Showtime, and I have loved this show. I really, really love the show. And losing the main character, I really thought was going to kill the show. I'm going to lie. And this is the second time Damian Lewis has done this. He did the same thing to Homeland, where he was in and he was the main guy for 2 years and then he left. So going into Billions this year, I ain't going to lie, I was less than thrilled about the possibilities of what was coming for Billions. And it started off a little bit slow. It definitely took a minute to get rolling this year, but now that it's rolling, it's fantastic. And what it is Mike Prince has a different way. Like he tries to portray himself as the more ethical guy than Bobby Axelrod did on the show. But he's the same scumbag as what they're basically trying to say is that if you become a billionaire, you become a corrupt son of a bitch. And that is the role that they're playing. They're playing that role with this Mike Prince in a different way, though. They're showing him as trying to portray himself nicely, but really being just as cutthroat as anybody. So it's a different dynamic. He took over Axe Capital, and now all the people from Axe Capital are trying to decide if they want to stay there and working under the new regime, and it's a different type of environment, the way that they work. So there's a lot to this show. It's definitely, if you like shows about, like dramas and crime and that kind of stuff, it's definitely a cool show. And I waited to do this one until they had 5 or 6 episodes so that I could fully get my head around what was going on the show. And now that I have, I'm sold. I'm absolutely sold on Billions. I hope that they I know they had talked that they might be canceling this show at the end of this season. I hope they don't, because I like the direction that they're going with Corey Stoll as Mike Prince and Mike Prince Capital. It's definitely a cool watch. So check this one out. Billions Season 6. It is on Showtime, and make sure that you you check it out. It's a really good show, and it's definitely worth your time. And that's going to do it. Speaking of time, I've taken too much of your time already, so I'm going to get out of here. So that's going to do it for me, Chris Akin, and Chris Akin Presents. Make sure you follow me every single day over at chrisakin.net. And for Chris Akin Presents, I have been Chris Akin, and I will be again tomorrow. See ya.